So I've been reading this book called Discipline is Destiny by Ryan Holiday, and the book talks about the various aspects of discipline, how they're used by various successful individuals throughout history. There's historic events in there and the demonstration of how that attribute or virtue was used during those times. So that's the book there. I really like how the man has got the horse by the reins, and it's sort of symbolic of the tarot card where the woman is holding the lion's jaw open. You know, it symbolises control over your own body, control over the primal body that we have, you know. So I got 3 points written down, just some little pointers on what I thought about the book. I haven't read it all yet, only actually just 50% through, but I was so impacted by it that I wanted to make a little video on it. So I like how Ryan Holiday talks about temperance over the body and the self-restraint, the self-command that you're in control of the body, because a lot of times we might think we're in control of the body, but a lot of times it has control over us and it does what it wants. So it's really saving you from yourself. It's mediating or moderating the temptations we have or that our body wants, like the lusts and the gluttonous wants, right, of our body, right? We want to just sit on the couch after work and just doom scroll on our phone. We want to just boot up the PlayStation, play it for 4 hours. We want to just go get like the kebab, and we want to just avoid our responsibilities as humans and do things that are not going to benefit us in the long run. Obviously, you know, this is not an uncommon thing. I'm not speaking about something new here, but what was new for me in this was the mindset shift that the author presents here. Sort of made me see it in a different way, is that this thing wanted something and that it's almost our job to temper it, you know, like tempering a sword. And you know, you refine it over years to make it really sharp. Weeks of working it in the furnace, you know, you really temper that sword and make it into a really beautiful sword. So it's the idea that it's not what we do, but what we don't do. And that's what I really think makes like a successful individual, is what they don't do. Second point, show up, just show up. The idea of, you know, this is really tapping into progress over perfection. You know, we're seeking progress rather than perfection. Just as long as you do something every day, that's the important thing. And show up. You know, it says here, when you're tired, when you don't have to, even when you have an excuse, even if you're busy, even if you won't get recognised for it, and even if it's been kicking your ass lately. Once something is done, you can build on it. Once you get started, momentum can grow. When you show up, you can get lucky, right? So it's that idea that showing up even when you don't want to, that's a discipline, that's a temperance that you're having over your body. You're doing it anyway, which is not waiting for the inspiration to strike, but starting, trusting that whatever you're doing, whether you're a carpenter, whether you're a, I don't know, college professor, whether you're a whatever, making videos to help people, just starting, then the ideas come. Not the ideas come, then you start, or the inspiration comes, then you start. It can come before, it can come after, but usually it will come once you start. So it's about getting the ball rolling. Just showing up each and every day, putting the work in, has massive results. So yeah, I really like that one. And the third point is the simplicity of discipline and success is often missed. So this book, I couldn't help but think, like, we live in such a information rich world. There's so much information. It's like information overload almost, which is a thing. information overload like leads to overwhelm. You know, we get that paralysis by analysis. So loads in, we're getting loads of information, but we're not acting on it because we're so overwhelmed by how much stuff there is. And then, you know, we think about our goals and our achievements. We think, God, it must be so complicated. Like, this is going to be so complicated to do. All these business ideas, all these books, like all these tactics and strategies. It's just crazy. I couldn't help but notice how simple this book was. It just draws on simple virtues and attributes and values. So I like the acronym Keep It Simple Stupid. So it's like, whenever you think something's complicated, just keep it really simple. Just do one thing. Just take action on one simple thing, but drawing more towards the premise of the book, like the values that it's trying to instill as you read through it. It's really just discipline, temperance, showing up every day, consistency. These are really simple things that the foundation of success is built on. And it's simple, right? Not easy, but it's simple. And a lot of times we miss that. We think there's so much to do, we almost give up before we even try, but the magic is found in the boring things. It's almost like the magic of what you want is really found in the daily routine, like your boring daily routine, your actions that you do every day over and over and over again. And then after a number of years or however long, the results come from that. So yeah, reading this book, just super simple ideas, nothing complicated, really sort of draws on people that have taken these simple things and made themselves great out of it, become great out of it. That really is what success is built on. It's built on doing the basic things consistently. A little additional fourth point was that I'm just sat here now doing it. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to make the video. I couldn't be bothered to make the video, but that would be my listening to my body. That would be listening to like my desires. So I just showed up. I just stuck the camera on. Not ideal filming conditions, but that's the thing. It never will be ideal. And I just made the video. I just thought, I'm going to do it. I'm going to power through it and just do it. Just get it done. And I feel a lot better for doing it. So highly recommend this book. Take notes on the book. Maybe read a chapter, take notes on it. Like, go over the notes. I know it seems a bit old-fashioned, but you know, take notes, go over the notes, let them, you know, process them, really think about them for 5 or 10 minutes, and I think it will go a really long way in, you know, you'll just be doing something and a thought will come like, here's where I can implement this idea or this thing that I read about, or this virtue or this value. Here's where I can implement it. Great little reminder as to what it takes to be human, really, at a high level, I guess. Not necessarily live a life of fame and glamour, but because great people did extraordinary things, but they weren't famous for it, you know. So it's not about fame. You'll be reading about people that did seemingly small things, but you're reading about how they did those things, what it takes to get your life in order, what it takes to make progress, what it takes to achieve what you want to achieve, whatever that may be, you know, in anything you're doing, you can apply it to, whether that be your relationships, whether that be just wanting to get to bed on time, exercising, showing up for yourself and your family and the world, right, and the community, how to carry yourself as a man or woman better, using these simple tenets. You can really draw ideas from that to benefit your life. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. That was the video on Discipline is Destiny, and I will see you in the next one.